to the bottom with you.
Hey guys, day 16, and wanted to come to you today. I know on our last video we were talking about reconnecting to your why, things like that. Some people get about halfway through and start asking themselves, why am I even doing this? Where's this going? Maybe you haven't gotten the results that you've wanted, or something like that. And so I wanted to come today and talk about celebrating victories. So whether you see it or not, maybe you had this idea of, when you got through this 30-day challenge, that you were going to look in the mirror and you're just going to see a different person. Or maybe you thought after the first week all the hard work was going to be done and you were going to have lost 20 pounds in 1 week and you'd never have to do anything else the rest of your life. Or maybe you are that person who just doesn't believe in the process. You were just trusting me and doing it anyway and thought maybe you wouldn't get any results. But if you look hard enough, no matter what you've noticed so far, you will find a victory in this. Even if it's something simple. Sometimes you have to look at the smaller things. You don't want to look at the grand scheme of things. So, you may have come into this thinking you were literally going to lose 20 pounds in 30 days, which is achievable. I'll promise you that. Some people are already on the verge of losing 20 pounds. So I know, and I know it's possible. But maybe you've not lost anything, and you've got to then look past the point of weight, because this challenge, I know I've said this multiple times, isn't just about weight. We use weight because people basically want that. That's a good motivation for them to at least start it. But I hope through the process that you realize that what a scale tells you does not depict, one, if you're healthy, and two, it doesn't tell you who you are. It doesn't identify you. It doesn't put you in a certain class. It doesn't really say anything except for you've got this much weight. So look past the weight if that's not coming through for you, and find a victory somewhere else. Find a victory in the fact that you've never done this for this amount of time, right? You've started so many diets in your life and they end in 2 days, or you've made a friend and your accountability partner, or maybe I don't know. For me, it's been the fact that I get to interact with my patients in a way that I don't typically get to, because it's kind of, when they come in the office, it's surfacey things like that. But when they go through challenges and they come to me with the challenges that they have, I get to connect with them on a different level, and that means something to me. So, but when you find that victory, whatever it is, because I promise you it's there, you just have to look for it, celebrate it. My wife and I, a long time ago, when we were first getting into marriage and things like that, finances weren't where we wanted them to be, and we would want to go out to eat. But the money just wasn't there to go out to eat. I mean, it was there in the account. We could pay to go out to eat, but in our minds, we didn't have the money to go out to eat, because if we had spent that money there, then where would the money for this come from? The struggles. So we were sitting there, and I can't remember exactly who we were listening to, but it was a financial person, some guru that we were following at the time in terms of finances. And he and his wife were coming up on a victory in their finances, yet that small victory wasn't the victory that they needed to be able to splurge and buy this or do this. But basically what they were saying is that no matter where you reach in your life, no matter at what point you feel as if it's comfortable to do a certain thing, even if it's not spending money, you still have to sometimes splurge and celebrate your victories, and go outside of where you think you are and go past where you think you are to celebrate that victory, because it's a moment that is a stepping stone to getting to the next moment. And if you don't ever stop, take a break from the monotony of going through the process to celebrate and to enjoy where you're actually at, then eventually you'll wake up and realize that you're not even on the journey anymore. You have to notice that any journey has milestones. It has a point that, hey, I've reached this, now I have to go here. Now I've reached that, and I've got to go there. You know, and if you never stop and realize, hey, I had that victory, I did that, and allow it to edify you, then you're not going to have the strength, and you're going to have the whereabouts to actually go forward and reach the next milestone, or even set up what the next milestone is. So when you see a victory, whether small or big, celebrate that victory. Celebrate it, and stick a pin in it so that you'll remember that victory. And on the journey to the next milestone, if it starts to get weary, you can look back and remember the celebration that you had in that victory. So, leaving with the point, celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Have fun. Have fun with where you're at. Accept where you're at, and learn to love yourself, to love your husband, your kids, the people around you. Build relationships, and you do that first by internally being confident with who you are, knowing that God made you perfect. He didn't leave anything out when He made you. So wherever you are is right where you need to be, and you just have to take that step to getting to where you want to be and where God maybe is leading you. So, all right, guys, God bless. Find a victory, celebrate it, and let's start going to the next milestone. All right, bye.